Hi everybody, this is Catherine, your favorite French Canadian. Today I'm gonna do a small review, an honest review on the new Samsung S21. So my review will be more like a straightforward review. We will talk about spec, and after that how I like this phone. So we can start with the spec. So first of all, this phone is $70.99 USD. So if you look at the previous generation, the S20, the phone was $999. So they did a couple of compromise to lower the price, but still it's a really good phone, honestly. So first of all, you have 4 different colors. You have purple, gray, white, and pink. This one is the dark gray, so really nice finish, as you can see. I'm talking about the color, not necessarily the finish, because the finish is in plastic. I will talk about the build quality later, but it feels a little bit like metal, but nope, it's plastic. Another thing, we can talk about the body, but like I said, it's plastic. It's 169 grams, so it's kind of like heavy if you compare it with my S9. You got the Gorilla Glass in front of it, aluminum frame. So if you look at here, so a nice aluminum frame. It's IP68, so dust and water resistance. The display is 6.2 inches. It's an AMOLED screen. One thing that people don't like about this phone, it's because it's 1080p, so 1080 by 2400 pixel. Honestly, you don't really care. You got the nice 120 Hz, and this type of resolution for a small phone like that is pretty amazing. The screen is the most how can I say? It's the most positive thing about this phone. When you watch content, the content looks amazing, crisp. It's compatible with HDR10 Plus. You can have 1300 nits peak. And honestly, the HDR content on this phone is really impressive. I will show you later. It's like it's better than my monitor on my PC, so it's really cool. And also the aspect ratio, it's 20:9, and you got the 421 ppi on the screen, so pixel per inch. About the chipset, you have a pretty nice 120 Hz, but you have a really awesome chipset, the Snapdragon 888, so the newest one. It's really snappy. I never had like a phone snappy like this. It's kind of crazy, honestly. I really like it. You have the 8 gig of RAM. 8 gig of RAM, if you compare it with the last generation was 12, so they lower it a little bit. If you open a lot of different apps and you don't close your app, you can for sure max your 8 gig of RAM. So it's not that great, but still, honestly, for me, it's plenty of RAM. I don't need more, but still, it's a downgrade if you compare it with the last generation. For the memory, you have 128 gig. You can also have a version with the 250, but you can't add a memory card anymore in the Samsung Galaxy, so it's a bummer over there. If we talk about the OS, so the OS is running the new Android 11, and you got the One UI 3.1 from Samsung. And honestly, normally when I buy a phone, I always change the launcher for the Nova one, as you can see over there. But the one from Samsung, it's kind of impressive, honestly. I think I'm gonna keep it. So really cool. It's very snappy. You don't have like some loading or even the animation. Everything is crisp and fast. Now let's talk about camera. So you got 3 different camera over there. The first one is the wide one, the main one, so 12 megapixel. You also have the ultra wide angle one and the super steady telephoto one, so the third one. You also have a front camera, 10 megapixel over here. As you can see, you have a small little notch. And for the video capture, it's pretty amazing. You can do 8K 24 FPS, 4K 30 or 60, 1080p 30, 60 or 240 FPS, and if you want, you can do 720p 960 FPS. You will also, it's compatible with HDR10 Plus when you're recording, stereo sound, a lot of different stuff. And the front camera, you can do 30 and 60 FPS 4K, 1080p 30 FPS. So now let's talk about the battery. The battery is 4000 mAh. So it's pretty decent, honestly. You can easily do 10 hours with this phone, like just like check your mail, some Facebook, watching a couple of videos and stuff like that. So it's really good. The only bummer for me is the fast charging. It's compatible to 25 watt, so it doesn't go to 60. So for me, I was kind of hyped with this phone, but when I heard about the 25, it's kind of a bummer. But for the wireless charging, you can do a 15 watt. So I will have to change my charger. So this is pretty much it for the spec. Now let's talk about build quality. Honestly, this phone feels really great. Even if you have like plastic, yes, you pay like it's kind of expensive phone, and yeah, you have plastic over there, but you have the nice aluminum finish, and the screen is amazing. The Gorilla Glass, I don't have anything to say. It feels really tight. Even the camera over there. For sure, I'm gonna use anyway a case. I like Pigeon. They don't they don't sponsor the video, but I really like Pigeon, so I'm gonna use this one for this phone. So anyway, I will cover the plastic back as you can see. For the screen, this is pretty much the best feature on this phone. The screen is really amazing. So a nice content over here, 4K HDR with the 1300 nits peak. You really have some decent HDR for a phone. I'm really impressed. It's not my LG OLED one, but still, it's really good. So a lot of people criticize the phone because it's not 2K, but honestly, a small phone like this with the 1080p 120 Hz and the nit peak that you can have, it feels amazing. So really good screen. I'm really impressed with it. For the spec, I did a couple of tests, video game and stuff like that. I didn't do any benchmark, but still, with the new Snapdragon, I have nothing to say. It may be not powerful as the new iPhone, but the phone is really snappy. You can't really have like better than this with Android. So it's really good. About photo or video, this is like a small 4K video that I just did. Honestly, for video, I think they match the iPhone, or maybe it's even better. It's really good. I'm really impressed with the quality, even the image stabilization. Sorry, I'm really impressed with it. And the phone is just out, so normally they just like release some patches to fix stuff, to add more, to improve it. But now stock, and the phone is just out. Really good quality for the video. About the photo, they don't match the iPhone, I don't think so. They have a couple of weird stuff with the lighting, but yeah, it's honestly, it's really good. Everything is crisp when you look at it. Nothing to say. You can see my also when I have like some keyboard with lights. I don't have any noise in my picture. It's really good. I don't have anything else to say about it. For the price range of this phone, really good camera for video and also photo. One more thing is the speaker. A lot of people is asking me about the speaker. It's good. So let's put some MGK. So this is maximum speaker. So it's pretty loud. It's pretty clear also. So I don't know if you want to shower and you don't have like a Bluetooth speaker, it's gonna do the job. It's good. It's not bad. It's better than my S9, I think. So you don't have like the weird like grinchy noise. So it's clear and you can get some power with it. So that's about it. One more thing, you don't have the fingerprint scanner anymore, because I say anymore because my phone was an S9 and now it's on the screen, and honestly it's really quick. So we're gonna do a small test, and that's about it. So it's really fast. I'm not used to do it over there. I'm used to do it here, but still I'm pretty sure it will be fine. And yeah, that's about it for the fingerprint scanner. So that's about it, guys. If you have any question about this phone, just come in the YouTube section, post me like anything about the phone or other phone. It's a really good buy. For me, it's a 9 on 10. You're getting some compromise, but at this price, it's kind of good. You're getting also those Samsung Buid Live with it, and some kind of like tiled Samsung It tracked like your keys and stuff like that, but I don't have it right now in the video. For the buds, for me it's not really good, honestly. Normally they sell that for $200. I really don't like the sound, and the active noise cancellation on it is pretty crappy. So for sure I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use my Sennheiser headphone. So that's about it, guys. If you have any question, just comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.